Nice to meet everyone. Thanks for being here. If you are at Collaboration Marketing, Connect, Collaborate, Conquer, you are at the right location. My name is Patrícia Guimarães, Fernanda Firma, Rafaela Garreta, and I'll do a proper introduction of the speakers in a minute. We would like to start by thank you for joining us at the 12th Annual Denver Startup Week. Can we get a applause? Thank you to our title sponsors, Amazon, Capital One Cafe, Dell for Startups, and the Downtown Denver Partnership. This session is part of the Spotlight track, one of the 8 programming tracks aimed at supporting the entire entrepreneurial team. By attending this session, you're agreeing to the following conduct, as well as being photographed and recorded on video. Be sure to share your experience at the session online using the hashtag #DenStartupWeek. This is our presenting sponsors, the track sponsors, and the title sponsors. Can we get an applause for them? Thank you, thank you. Also, the headline sponsors, partners, and members. Without the whole community, this is definitely a collaboration event, which we'll be talking in a bit more about Denver Startup Week. So in the book, Go Giver, which is written by Bob Burg and John David Mann, there's a quote that says, "All things being equal, people will do business and refer business to those people they know, like, and trust." Do you guys agree with Bob? Yes? In fact, Bob has been using that quote as his golden rule for business. So if you guys would like a recommendation of a book, Go Giver is a wonderful book that talks about collaboration and a mentality of giving first. So have you heard the sayings, "Your friend is my friend"? Who has heard that? Handshake, like participation. This is a collaborative presentation. Okay? It's not as much what you know, but who you know. Who has heard that? Okay, wonderful. And your network is your net worth. Yes? Okay. Wonderful. So it takes time, effort, investment to know, like, and trust someone. And over time, you also need to develop your own emotional intelligence. You need to be open-minded. You have to be open to give first without expectations in order to build successful relationships in personal life, but also in business. And that's what we're going to talk here today. So in today's session, you will learn what's collaboration marketing, the benefits of investing in your network, types of collaboration marketing, examples of successful collaborations. Don't you think Denver Startup Week is a wonderful collaboration? How to be collaboration ready, and how to measure your success rate, implementation systems to help you so you're not remembering everything in your head. Anyone here remember everything in your head? Huh? I forgot many things this morning.
After COVID, right?
Legal aspects of collaboration. We have a lawyer here with us. Effective relationship building and networking strategies, and the follow-up system demo. And it's up to you if you want to do the demo or not. Your information will be deleted at the end, so not a sales pitch at all, but we're going to share what we use. And who has heard the fortune is on the follow-up? No? No? So if you haven't heard, please write it down for those that like writing things and remembering things, because nothing happens if you don't follow up. Right? If you meet someone, so we hope today's Monday is the beginning of Denver Startup Week, so we hope that you can take practical use of what you learn in this session. That's our goal throughout this week, because you have an opportunity to meet wonderful people, you have an opportunity to meet lots of people, and the next week it's all gone if you don't follow up. And our goal is that you are proactive in your follow-up. Don't be expecting other people to be following up with you. You follow up with them because it's of your interest. And at the end, we're going to open for Q&A. And Fernanda had an amazing idea, so it's thanks to her follow-up that many of you are probably here. because she reached out to all of you, or many of you, on LinkedIn prior to, who got an email or a message on LinkedIn from Fernanda. Wow, awesome. Thanks, Faith. So that was part of also, right? Appreciate that you guys signed up for our session and making sure you could be here today. So without further ado, let me introduce these amazing speakers. So Fernanda Lima is a Brazilian architect who became a collaborative marketing and virtual events strategist and producer. She's behind some of the most popular six-figure launches and visibility-driven summits online, her favorite collaboration marketing strategy, which she will teach today. Founder of the Summit to Launch, she has hosted over 50 virtual events in the past 2 years. Do you sleep? She has 2 kids. She partners with her clients to skyrocket their income, visibility, and expert status with custom and automated virtual events that generate warm leads, builds authority, influence, and profit. She's passionate about using her gifts to provide opportunities for women and kids, survivors of domestic violence, so they can get back on their feet and being a new life. Can we get an applause for her? And Rafaela, our next speaker, she began practicing law in her home country, Brazil. We're all Brazilians. And Americans, so God bless the USA. Where she earned her law degree from Estácio de Sá University in Rio de Janeiro. She's carioca. So she's very, very, very Brazilian. That's what we say in Brazil. She holds a Master's of Law degree from Northern University School of Law and is pursuing her Master in Management degree with a focus of nonprofit and public management. Attorney Garreta is admitted to practice law both in Brazil and in the United States. She's the founder of Garreta Law, LLC, a law firm with locations in the US and Brazil, and the founder of Garreta Law Magazine, the only legal magazine in Portuguese language in Massachusetts. So Rafaela lives in Boston, and Fernanda lives in San Diego, and they're in Denver, supporting Denver for the second year. This is just their second participation in the Denver Startup Week. Since becoming a lawyer, she has received recognition for her work as a lawyer and leader, such as a super lawyer rising star by the Thomson Reuters as 40 under 40. This is elite. Woo-hoo! Attorney Garreta believes in supporting the community through voluntary and philanthropic work. Currently, Attorney Garreta is president. Well, that has changed since you transitioned. You transitioned from being the president of the Brazilian Chamber of Commerce of Massachusetts, the vice president of the Brazilian Citizen Council in Boston, member of the Council of Representatives of Brazilians Abroad to legal the consular issues, and upon appointed member of the advisory board of the Community Dispute Settlement Center in Massachusetts. Okay, applause, applause. And I am just me, Patty. I am a co-founder of ProBR Network, which is an online directory startup for Brazilian entrepreneurs. And that's how I connected with these ladies throughout the United States. So it's my pleasure. I'm going to pass the mic to Fernanda.
Hi everyone. First I want to say thank you so much for all the responses that we got on LinkedIn and all the questions you guys had, because that really helped us getting this presentation together. And we welcome questions, and we want you guys to, take notes and ask us at the end, or even if you need to interrupt me a little bit and ask me something, make sure that you ask your question. So the first thing is collaboration marketing. When you collaborate with somebody, you need to have both parties. It's a win-win situation. And you join resources and also the finances, and you exchange information, you exchange audiences, you exchange sometimes, and we're going to be talking about the different types of marketing, collaboration marketing, but the first thing you need to have in mind is a win-win situation. It's not just about me, what I'm getting from it, and it's not just what about what you were getting from it. An example of that, I just spoke with somebody that was trying to collaborate with me, and she thought her product was so good that she asked me, but what's in there for me? This is who I am. And she wanted me to come in a lower level because she believes that she's in a higher level. So there was not equity. It was always about how can I gain from this experience instead of how can we collaborate, we gain, but also the people we are serving is going to gain from it. It's not just about us. And so there is an acronym that we use. It's called LOPC. That's called leveraging other people's connections. And some people say leverage other people's audiences, depending what niche you are in. So the benefits of investing in your network is that when you collaborate with somebody, you're tapping into their audience. So when Patu was saying, a friend of mine is a friend of yours, it's much easier for us to be seen as a trusted person when somebody introduces you to that person. So let's say, for example, when Patricia introduced me to Rafaela, I'm more likely to already have a level of trust because I know Patricia's integrity, values, I know what she stands for, and that's why we connect. So I'm more likely to be open to work with Rafaela when she says, hey, we're gonna have this project, right? So it expands your reach, expands your audience, but also builds your authority, right? If Tony Robbins says, I'm gonna introduce you to somebody, or if he mentions your name in his, one of his shows, events, everybody's gonna write down that name and they're gonna try to find who you are and what you do. The other thing too is when you collaborate with somebody, you're sharing resources. So let's say, we are creating a project together. Instead of me working on my social media, and Rafael is working and Patricia is working, now the three of us are working together towards a goal. And we're sharing the costs, we're sharing the resources that we have to make something good, better together.
We have Glauber here, right, as the example of a shared resource?
Yeah, exactly.
The photographer, so.
Yeah, so he's here, we're not hiring him just one person. So as a group, we hired him to be here. It would be much more expensive to be just one person, right? So also it helps with cross-promotion because when I'm promoting something to my audience, and Rafael or Patricia is promoting to her audience, now instead of me having 5,000 people, now we have, let's say each one of us has 5 people in our audience, now we have a reach of 1,500 people, 15,000 people, right? So it actually allows us to reach a broader audience, and when we are cross-promoting and we're tagging somebody, and influencers are very well known for doing that, right? They get a product, they tag the company, they tag somebody, and then people actually get followers from that. So the next one is types of collaboration marketing. So there is no right or wrong, and there is not one way to collaborate. And every day we create different collaborations with different goals. The most important thing is when you start your collaboration, you need to be ready to know what you want. You need to be ready to understand your market, who your audience is, what products do you want to sell, how many do you want to sell, and what is the outcome that you want from that collaboration. Because when you connect with somebody at a networking event, and let's say, I connect with somebody here, and I say, I love what you do, I would love to collaborate with you. How? If you don't know what your ask is, and that's one of the issues that a lot of networking events have, is like people just want leads. Leads, it's not an ask, it's a beg. Like you're begging somebody for clients. So what you want is having a more, something that you really need for your business. Let's say, for example, I need 5 introductions to a podcast for a woman entrepreneur. Now, and when I am networking, I'm thinking about you. When somebody says, I have a podcast for a woman entrepreneur. Now, because I know you so well, and you were able to explain your business to me in a way, because I'm not part of your business, and sometimes we complicate when we explain what we do, that people don't get it, right? So if I tell you that I do virtual events, many of you are going to be like, what is that? But if I say I do launches online, digital launches online, the majority of you might understand what that is. So know your audience, the language they use, so you can speak to people that can be your voice when you're not there, to represent you and to introduce you to others. So some of the collaboration marketing that we use is co-marketing, influencer partnerships. I'm not going to explain all of them, but I'm going to pick the ones that I love the most. And you feel free to ask me something about any of them. But influencer partnerships, and we have seen this on Instagram all the time. Affiliated marketing, when you get an affiliate fee for referring somebody, right? Or for referring a software to someone. You have content collaborations, which means let's create content around the topic, and there's a particular event that you can create just to raise awareness, or you sell your thing, I sell my thing. We are in different industries, but we serve the same audience. So for example, for me, when I'm building the funnels, I need a copywriter. I'm a horrible copywriter. Even in Portuguese, I could not write anything. I'm a good talker, but not a good writer. So I need a copywriter to collaborate with me so that when we get a client, I can serve that client from the beginning. So I have somebody that does branding. And I have somebody else that does different things that when I have that client, I know I can serve that client and I can refer that client to the right person that I already built a relationship. I know they will deliver. I know they have honesty, integrity, and we align with the values, which is the #1 thing you want to think about when you find a collaborator. It's aligning on the values, not the money, but the values.
Maybe share an example, because we wrote a book. You wrote a book with many other people,
Yeah.
right? In different geographical locations, and I just also launched the book, published the book. And that is collaboration content, because sometimes, like, potentially, who in the audience would like to write a book? Maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it scary to think of writing a book? Who's afraid of writing a book? 1, 2 are afraid. Everyone else wants to write a book. But so it's a challenging project, right? To like, wow, like. Really, like publishing, choosing the design for the book and all of that. But there were 10 of us throughout the United States and in Brazil, and we collaborated. So of course there is logistics, but first thing, logistics of meetings, that's what I meant. Logistics of, because of time zones. But the key ingredient was, of course, we agreed on a topic, and we're all aligned with what's the outcome for this book. Right, like the profit will come eventually, but that wasn't our main goal with the book. And you want to share about your book experience with your team?
Yeah, I'm trying to finish my part of the book. We have like 3 ministers from Brazil that are going to be part of this book, and I'm speaking about environment law, which is one passion of mine. I have it's not a dream anymore because I'm already putting on the paper, drafting what I'm going to do. I want to build 100,000 sustainable houses in Brazil, start in Brazil. So I need to be in contact with people that know about sustainable technology. So I was invited to write in collaboration with people that know a lot about environmental law. Even though I am an attorney, that's not my practice, right? And I am speaking about the importance of the oceans and sustainability. And I'm also talking about how U.S. is very far front than Brazil. We would think that Brazil is ahead of the U.S., but in fact it's not. And it is a collaboration, and so many things that I do, I collaborate with people. My practice now is called Legal Solutions, because I saw that other attorneys could complement what I do and could bring in knowledge that, perhaps I want to spend time with you guys, not be studying law, studying forever, it is a boring side sometimes, like speaking about law. So I collaborate with other attorneys. They are, when they talk with my clients, like our client, but I share with the clients that we are in a collaboration. I know this, so I can connect and I can create a structure and strategize the solution for your case, or strategize proactively so you don't have a problem. But I will go to the expert and I will collaborate with them because they are there on a daily basis, so they will have more information. And it's collaboration. Like, I grew so much because I collaborate with people. And the most important thing that I believe, like, of course, I now say I'm an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, then I'm a lawyer. And when we have a business, we need to think about profit. This is really important, make money. Everything's beautiful, everything, oh yeah, dream. But in the end, you need money to pay the bills, you need money to pay your employees. So that is a really goal that must be there. But the values, you cannot work with someone that is not in line with what you believe. So I believe that is great.
And it costs a lot if you find that out at the end, right? And Rafael is going to talk about what you need to have in place legally to have a successful partnership or collaboration that is not going to cause you trouble. And another way to, also to collaborate is what we call my biggest collaboration marketing tool. It's what we call a virtual conference, a virtual summit, where there's like 20 speakers gathering online, and sometimes we do it in person as well, but majorly online, and everybody promotes to their audience. So there is one host, it could be 2 hosts, 3 hosts, but what we do is we get one topic, and we, in my case, for example, my next one is called Raising Young Entrepreneurs. So what I am doing is I'm finding people around, speakers that can come for that cause, that can speak in different subjects. So that is creating content for me, right? It's creating content for my book. It's creating content for my social media, but also I'm tapping into 20 people that have my ideal market, my ideal audience, because some of them are psychologists for kids, some of them are schools that are teaching kids how to become entrepreneurs. So what we are doing is, some of the events, we have 2,000 people registered, 2,000 people that I have never seen before. So for me, it was an amazing way to learn a topic, to learn about something, connect with people off the gate that are connected with the people I need to connect with. And it was the easiest way, cheapest way than having Facebook ads, cold calls, or just doing that outreach for an audience that I have never seen before. So, and then there's all the other ones in here, and we are, we can share these slides with you if you want at the end. And one of the major things that we see is being collaboration ready. And what happens is I missed a lot of opportunities that I could be in podcasts, I could have been in virtual events, I could be in events like this in person, and I was not ready. And being ready means being proactive. Do you have an easy way for people to connect with you? And you want to be also in charge of that connection, because you never know if that person's going to lose your card, or if that person's going to forget who you are, and like, I know I need to connect with this person, but why? Because you forget. So there's different things that we use to do that, and we're going to share both with you guys. One of them is called Hi Hello. I'm not affiliated with Hi Hello. It's free to use, and there's different ones that you can use that as well. So there is, it's an online business card, and it has a QR code. And what happens is when you when you tap into that person, it has all of the information, their picture, all the links that are necessary that you want people to connect, or things you want to promote, or things you want people to know about you. So that's one easy way. And you need to think about, do you have an easy link for people to see what you sell? Do you have an offer ready? Do you have a professional picture taking? Because if you are reaching out to people that have a large audience, they want to know, they don't want to be reaching out to you and say, hey, where's your bio? Hey, where's your link? Where's your picture? Or are you changing later on, say, can you change my picture while all the marketing materials are done? Well, but that was not a good one. So you need to be ready, and I'm going to show you a page that has all of that in there and how I prepare to connect with somebody. And of course, it starts with the mindset, like Patricia said, with the go-giver intentionality and the mindset. But I'm going to let Patricia talk about that, and then I'm going to show you on my back end how I connect with people and what I have in place to make sure that connection is successful and that easy for me to follow up. And what happens is a lot of the events we have done, and we have tested that for many years, when we don't follow up with people, the sales at the end of the event are so low, very, very low. The show-up rates are low. Just because somebody registered to an event, or just because somebody got your card, doesn't mean they're going to call you, and doesn't mean they're going to show up. There are steps you need to take to ensure that that happens. And you get a lot of times, like when you sign up for something, you get reminders on your phone for your call. That helps a lot, and that is proven to increase show-up rates into calls. So a lot of people don't have anything in place, and they just rely on, I'm going to remember this. So do you want to talk about the mindset?
Sure. It's the woo-woo part, right? It's like the philosophical part of it that sometimes we think, oh, I already know that, I already do that. But to work with people, it's challenging, right? Who has had problems with people? Every day. Yeah, right? You want to be a friend forever. But, so first thing, be working constantly in yourself, right? On your mental health, emotional intelligence, personal development, understanding other personalities, also not affiliated, although we should be affiliated, well, right? We're losing money. We're losing money.
That's collaboration marketing, right? Like affiliate marketing.
Right. If you have not taken a personality test, like there are many in the market, right? Myers-Briggs, but there's one that I really like, was DISC. Has anyone done the DISC assessment? Right? So it's really good to understand who you're working with. Sometimes the person, it's not that the person, they don't like you, or you don't like the person, or like there's something wrong. So do not make any assumptions. Ask questions. Maybe you follow up with someone 3 times. Well, the statistics keep changing. It used to be 7 times to touch a lead or a contact. Now I think it's 11, and I might be outdated. Who knows, might be 17 now. Why? Because now people are busier than ever because of all the social media, all the distraction. And there's that feeling that you're always behind, like you're always catching up. So that's a whole different session. But is this really like priorities, right? That has been my challenge. Like, what is really priority? And in order for you to connect with someone, you have to be present, right? Morgan, beautiful eyes. Right? You have to be present. You have to smile. You have to have a genuine interest in knowing that person. But you know what sometimes is harder? Understanding and letting someone know you, right? Sometimes we don't feel good about ourselves. Look good. My shoes have a thing that didn't have this morning. Are people going to pay attention? I spilled coffee in my shirt. Now I have a meeting. So there's all these other things running in the back of our brain that removes our presence. And presence is the only way to really, truly, genuinely connect with people. And you can't really, I mean, yes, you can refer their business, there's CRM, there's all of this great tools to help us. And there's the money, which without money you can't pay our bills. But it's the pleasure and the peace that comes of creating projects, right? Like we've met, we're not from the, I mean, we're Brazilians, but well, you guys are all Americans, right? Like it doesn't mean you're gonna connect just because you're from the same country, right? But she's in Boston, she's in California. So it took time, effort, nurturing, and
although the first time we met personally, you slept over my...
Yeah, actually, yes. I slept at her house, she's not at my house. We have to go sleep at your house.
But they have San Diego start out week.
Yeah, everybody has San Diego. We're gonna do this in San Diego now. So, just to summarize, because Fernanda's gonna demonstrate a CRM and Rafael's gonna talk about the legal aspect. I don't wanna, we have to wrap up in 15 minutes. And we want you guys to have the opportunity to do a demo if you want. But have that interest. I mean, develop, like, why do I really want to connect with that person? Like, people know when you just want to take something from them. Like, right? It just feels weird. And then also, I mean, there is a study. Have anybody heard of the Dunbar research? Yeah. That a person is connected with 150 people in their lifetime. Like you might have 10,000 followers on Instagram, whatever, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, how many more? They're out there, right? But people that you actually remember, and you're like, oh, I had lunch with that person. Oh, I've read that book. Oh, it's technically, if this hypothesis is correct of this research, it's 150 people that are on your Rolodex. Do we use that word anymore? I'm old. That on your contacts, right? So when I meet Monica, which I've met before, Veronica, which I've met before, thanks for being here, Veronica. I'm not meeting Veronica only. I'm meeting Veronica and potentially 150 people. Let's put that number as part of this research hypothesis. That she has this connection of 150 people that she might not even know. I don't know this many people, but then she knows people that knows people that knows people. So it's not just connecting with Veronica. She might not be my ideal client initially, but she might know people that are. So if Veronica and I, we have a good connection and we have a positive experience, because when you attend an event, when you meet someone, you take that energy with you, right? Have you been in an environment that's heavy? You're like, it just fell down after that conversation or after that meeting or that, right? Like that Zoom meeting, whatever situation you are, we are energy, right? All of us carry energy. So bring the positive energy with you. It's not toxic positivity where you have to be happy all the time and you have to have everything together all the time. That's not it. It's like be present, be you, be authentic, and give your best. Right? Listen. Understand what the person needs. You want to problem solve. You want to be able to add to the world, right? It's not like, oh, what am I going to get from this? No, and it's not just business. It might be a book, it might be a course, it might be a referral for a job, it might be a LinkedIn review, a Google review. Wow, we're definitely doing the Google review. You asked us. So to summarize, that's it. Understand that when you meet someone, you're not just meeting that person. And don't go from a place of what can I get from you, but what can I give you? And never start with an ask. Always give first. Give a little bit more. A little bit more. Then when the right opportunity comes, then you can ask. And again, with the follow-up, remember, if people don't respond right away, don't make any assumptions. You don't know what the person is going through. Maybe the person, I don't know, they are busier than ever. Maybe they didn't see your message. So ask questions. And if you're frustrated, also ask questions.
And communication, it's the key when you are collaborating with people.
Yes.
And communication is like very, very important. Knowing like what, like Pachi was saying, you know, it's, you don't want to be just coming in, hey, can you help me? Can you find me people? No, you want to give, but also when you have your ask, make sure like, okay, I need 20 people, make sure you very clear on your goals, otherwise nobody can help you. And then becomes the legality of it. Like there are a lot of events, and that happened to me. We did a collaboration event, and I had my speaker agreement, but it was not written in a way that would allow me to write a book and use all the content. Of course, we give all the credits to the people that share that content, all the authors. But one of the speakers says, it's not clear in your contract that you can use my content. And because his content was key to what we're doing, I was not going to redo the whole event just to get the content. So that whole project fell through of writing a book from that virtual summit because I didn't have the contract written in place. So for example, Rafael is going to talk about all the things you need to know when collaborating with people.
Yeah, so the legal aspect of the relationships are very boring. You don't have fun if you're an attorney, right? But you should be focusing on your product, on what you are selling, how you are serving people, not the legalities of it. So in collaboration with other attorneys, actually one of the main collaborations in your business is like have a collaboration with an attorney. Have someone that you can trust, that knows your product, knows what you are doing. So it's just going to be helpful for you to go through the process of thinking. So I'm not bringing here the types of contracts and agreements that you must have. That is, again, boring, and also it's not productive because there are a lot of legalities. But what I want you to think is have a mind with aspects that are really important on your relationship. Like, first of all, like the values, like how this relationship is going to move, what we believe in, what is the main goal, and also the IP, like the ideas, the technology, how it's going to happen once this ends, right? It's like how is going to be our relationship in the future? Selling this, producing profits. Money-wise, how is going to be? Who is paying for what? Money always on the table. I know, like dreaming and thinking is really good, but we need to come to the reality that the end, the bills must be paid, and things like this must be taught. So when you think about the relationship, think the aspects that are important to you. And Pachi mentioned about authenticity. And last year, that was my topic, speaking about being authentic. People when see me, they don't imagine that I'm an attorney, right? And because perhaps they think that attorneys must be dressed one way, must have some type of hair, no colors, no red lipsticks. But because I am myself, I can connect with people and collaborate with people right there. I want to talk to her because she's a woman. I want to talk to her because she's an entrepreneur. I want to talk to her because she's so young. I'm 42, but people think I'm 15. I want to talk to her because she's in like this contest. I want to talk to her because I can talk to her, you know? She does her thing as an attorney, but at the end she talks to me. So find an attorney that you can relate with. Have a clear mind of what you want out of that relationship. Think about the mission, the values. Think about, to not forget what you are bringing to the table. Write that down. Think about no disclosures. If you are sitting down with someone, you want to have in place agreements that your ideas, your plans are being protected. Have in place confidentiality agreements, right? Marketing agreements. Have an attorney on your team and collaborate with an attorney.
Yeah, one thing that's very important too is like, how do you get paid?
Yeah.
Right? Because if we're doing an event, for example, a summit, every speaker gets 40% of the sales of the ticket. So do they get 40% upfront, 30 days? What if there are refunds? Always think about what could go wrong, and then you go back from there. Am I going to use this image, like Patricia said at the beginning, we are getting consent because we're going to be using your image for social media purpose. So we're given an option to walk away, right? So just think about all the things that are related to your product that you need to have in your contract, in clear on the percentage, clear on the delivery, who's going to deliver, roles, responsibilities, and also how you're going to use that content in the future. Do you have 30 days to use that content, 1 year, or it's forever yours?
During the honeymoon, everything is great, right?
Yes. And but don't start, right? Like your first coffee meeting with someone is sign my non-disclosure, sign my NDA before I can say a word, right? Like, so you want to break the ice. Don't want to start there.
So this is a demo only. We're going to show you how I connect with people. Like, I don't just collect business cards. So if I go to a networking meeting with somebody and I get a business card, the first thing I do, I either give this page to them or I ask them to fill out for me. And what it does is,
Technical error.
yeah. Okay, so.
While Fernanda is finding the right page there, one thing that was listed there is CRM, Custom Relationship Management. And we have Flavia in the audience here, another sales page. See, I need to get commissions from all these people. She works with an amazing company that overviews Salesforce. So wave, if anybody's interested in Salesforce, go find Flavia. But you need a system, you need a CRM. It can be a spreadsheet, it can be your notebook, it can be with your phone, it doesn't matter. As long as you have a system and a process that works for you, that you can use, doesn't matter if you buy Salesforce and you don't use it, it's not good for you. So have a system, have a follow-up system, and that's one of the examples for another.
So here, just so you know, if you want to do the test drive, when you put your information there, it's going to be deleted immediately. Okay, we're not using this for anything. This is just for you to test drive.
No, we're gonna spam you for the rest of your lives.
It's in the contract that you signed. Watch this in the test presentation. So when you do the QR code, so I have my QR code and I give to people, and it opens up this page, right? Then I fill out their name, their information, and if one of you guys fill it out, I'm going to show you what happens on my back end here. So what happens is I get, you show up in my CRM, and I have a pipeline that I created. You're also going to show up in my spreadsheet, and then what I do is my assistant has access to this spreadsheet. So when you fill out that information, what happens is, where did we connect? And I can fill it out by myself as well. And let's say Denver Startup Week. And then what I do is I take a screenshot or a picture and I upload the picture of the business card. So now it's attached to the contact. And then when I go on my back end, I can actually see that the person who I connect with shows up on my system. Now, this is, the system I use is a little bit to track and to follow up, but the follow-ups are automatically done. And what it does, so here's people's, your contact information is in here. So after we meet, what I do is I want to send a hello, but I want to send a personalized hello because I want to look in your contact remember who you are because I put the notes in there already. And then I will see if this is if we align, I'm gonna find you on social media and say, okay, we are aligned, there's something we can collaborate with, I will send you an email. Otherwise, I will drag you, Shanae, I'm sorry, nothing personal, but we're not aligned. So now I will keep that, so that person, and I will write a note on that contact why we're not aligned. Maybe because that person is another country, or whatever it is. And when I send a hello, what I do is I put that person in my hello. That means I already connected with that person. I send a hello. If they don't connect with me, what I do is I do the first follow-up. So my first follow-up, it's automatically done. Like I don't do anything, my system does. Hey, I sent you an email. Would love to know if you still would like to connect. Here's my link. And here, and if you sign up, you should have received an email immediately, and also a text message, which again, you're not going to receive anymore. But then I just drag and drop that person into my pipeline. Now I'm so organized that I know if I need to connect, somebody says I need to connect with somebody that does child development. I can go and type and search, and I can find that person easily. I find a picture, the business card, and all the information. And once the information is attached to my spreadsheet, my assistant gets a notification, and then she gets to find that person on social media and put all the notes in here for me. So that is how I do in person, besides the hi hello. Okay, and. Yeah, so this is a QR code. This one, we will collect your information. So this one is the real follow-up. If you would like to get, the system, if you would like to, just 1 second. I forgot to show you what the page looks like for you to connect with people that you want to have ready to connect with people when you meet them. So being collaboration ready, I have this page, and now we're changing the branding, so everything's changing. When somebody says, what do you do? Love to know more about what you do. So here there's a speaker reel that we're getting ready. Glover is getting that ready for us. All the places I have been, so, this is not me, this is just holding the place right now. And then who I am, my credibility, my authority, like what I have achieved, and like, for example, Dr. Rafaela, with all the things she has done, somebody comes to her page, they go like, wow, she has accomplished a lot, right? It builds that trust really fast. And then here is, who are the best JV partners, collaborators for me? It's going to be, and then you'll be very clear on who you want to work with. Be very clear, like it's the person that has a network of 5,000 people. It's a person that can, travel with me around the world doing, volunteer work. Whatever it is, this is the place you're going to put. Then the topics or the things you can talk about, or what you can do for that person, what you can offer. I'm looking for people that I can collaborate and get commissions from their events because I have a network of 5,000 people. Then you have videos of you speaking. In my case, because I am pursuing speaking opportunities, then watch the videos, past videos you have, or professional pictures and professional events that you have been in. That makes so easy for people that if you're collaborating with somebody on a podcast, right? Oh, here's my link. One link, they get everything they need from you, your bio. And there's gifts. If you have gifts that you can give, like a lead magnet, people can say, oh, this really aligns with my audience, an ebook, right? And then more details, how they can connect with you. And you want to interview me, then there's the contact in there. Some testimonials of people. And here's a form that people can connect with you. So this page alone will save your time, will save everybody's time, will give you an edge to know that you're prepared. it's going to be easy to work with you because you are prepared. You have been around the block or you have collaborated before. And the goal is to make it easy, both for you and the person, right, to connect with you. So, again, be proactive on the collaboration and make it easy for people to connect with you.
Yeah.
Well,
And if you want this page or the other system, just email us, with the QR code and we can share with you.
yes. So we would like to open for Q&A if anyone has any questions, and we're going to wrap up here in about 10 minutes. Thanks for being here, everyone. I'll take an applause. Thank you. It's Monday. I never start that week. Lunchtime. Any questions? How do I do that, or not, or a system, or a CRM, or any feedback? Good or bad, we take it all.
Hi. Great job, ladies. My question is for, I think you were the one talking about your CRM. The website that you were using, where it went straight in and then you have the option to kind of move them, does that show up on your sheets as well? And then also my question is, do you just attach your sheets to that? And then my third question is, what is the program called that allows all of that, customization?
Yeah, so I love geeking on, on the tech part of it. So let me know if I'm talking too high level, but that's called Go High Level. And just for the disclaimer, I do have an affiliate with them, but I tried. At one point, I was using 6 different CRMs, and I tried everything. That one works for me, and you have to find something that works for you, right? It's easy, that you can understand. So that's called Go High Level. And when I move things over, it's already connected. Inside already has a connection. There's no need, we don't use Zapier. We don't use any third-party application. Everything just goes from inside. Once you connect, everything just flows. When somebody puts their name, it's just going to show up there. And you can have a spreadsheet that shows when an opportunity changed from send a hello and need to follow up, it also shows up in there as well. It's just a matter of how you connect the information from the pipeline to the spreadsheet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Or any other introductions of opportunity? Might be a good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to put anyone on the spot. I don't mind. Does anybody have a clear ask why they're here this week? Or no, you came to hang out, watch all the presentations? No? Any ask? What do you guys want to learn? Who do you want to meet? Does anyone have an ask? Oh, 1, 2. Do we get 3? 3's a charm? Oh, 3.
Hi, I'm Sarah with Akata, and our company offers leadership development and community building and conflict resolution. We have a free event next Wednesday. If anybody is in an organization and is dealing with conflict, because they can be quite challenging, we have a really wonderful virtual free event. And I have a QR code, so if you're interested at all,
That's awesome. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
Wonderful. What's your name again?
Sarah.
Sarah. Come meet Sarah if you want to stop having conflicts in your life.
Let me add something too. You may think that she's different. And yes, being different, think outside of the box. So, the majority of our clients come because we do immigration, right? We're bringing entrepreneurs, investors. So, I go to startup events like this all the time. And I partner with producers, media, whatever. Sometimes you think that it is not, oh, why should I be there? But you can bring so much to that group, and the group can bring so much to you. And do not fear competition. That is a huge problem when you are collaborating. I feel like, and I know there is no competition because there is no other Rafael and Anita Franciscano. You need to think like this, and partnering with professionals who work, who do the same as you do, may be so strong, and it can bring so much to the table, because now you are not just one. You know what I mean? So don't fear competition. Think that abundantly. And everyone has something to add, and you can always add to people's lives.
And the other thing too, just to tap into that, is that a lot of times you cannot serve everyone, especially if you're doing a one-on-one service, right? You can't serve everyone. So wouldn't that be amazing that your client comes to me, you can't serve that client, but I know that person, she's not my competitor, but she can take care of you right now. And in the future, it could be that more likely that person will work with you, right? Okay, so we have to wrap up.
We have two final questions.
We're talkers, Brazilians are talkers.
We have two final questions here in the back.
Okay.
I'll go really quick. My name is Danelle Dowis. I'm the founder of Very Interesting Productions, and the reason that I am here and my ask is that I am looking to meet more folks who are in my ideal customer profile. My personal background is as a project manager with website development, so I am still relatively new to the marketing mindset, but what our company does is sets up automations and integrations and does support for all of those digital tools for marketers. And my goal this week is to meet marketers just so that I can get to know them better, so that I can do a better job of serving them. So if anyone is focused on marketing, I'd really love to talk with you. I'll be over here. I fully forgot my business cards today, but we can connect digitally. Thank you so much.
You can create a QR code. That's so easy. Take like seconds.
Yep.
Just do that.
Hi, hello. Samantha.
So my name is Samantha Dozier. I am a marketer.
Fantastic.
And so I will meet your ask, at least part way. So I'm also an organizer for the Denver Founders Network. And if you are staying in this room and would like to learn more about other events happening in the startup scene, just stay put. Our panel is coming up next. That's my one ask. My second ask for my own personal business is that me and my executive assistant Laura over there, say hi Laura, we are collecting business cards for contractors in the creative industry. So just like you were saying, I don't really like to do SEO, keyword research. I can do it, but I would much rather pass my clients on to someone who lives that day in, day out. I don't see them as my competition. I see them as elevating the service that I can provide to my clients. So if you are in that market space, if you're creative or in marketing, please come see me.
Wonderful, wonderful. And again, like Denver Startup Week is the best example, right? Practical example of collaboration marketing. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, and none of this would be possible without, number one, you guys attending, and then all the speakers are volunteering their time. She came from Brazil, but okay, she lives in Boston. So it wasn't but she was there, and then she in California. So like, there's a genuine interest of investing in the community, and Denver is an amazing place. I'm very blessed to be in Colorado. So, who in the audience can name one tool that you learned here today that you will use this week? Just one thing we said so we feel good about ourselves. Okay, 3. I'll take 3. Samantha, I'm wrapping up.
I'm definitely going to go do the hi hello thing. I love that so much. So thank you for everything you shared and for the energy that you brought to this time. I really appreciate it.
Nice, thank you.
She definitely took mine. I'm going to work on my clear ask a little more, I think. Yeah.
Nice, clear ask, very, very good. Energy, clear ask.
I was really appreciative of the CRM tools. That's something that I specifically been looking for.
Nice, very good. Thanks everyone, and stay for the next session. Thank you.